I realized recently, like 20 minutes ago at the time of writing, that I'm incapable of criticizing Red Dead Redemption 2 as harshly as I probably should. As threadbare as the game is, and it's threadbare as fuck, I'm still like, well, I just like going around and doing boring-ass stranger missions like I'm grinding in an MMO. Ah, shit, killed this bear, but I can't skin it, but god damn does that thunderstorm look gorgeous. I jumped on to test the waters of this new update for a few minutes and I found myself having fun? But that's only because, and I cannot stress this enough, that's only because Red Dead Redemption 2 on a foundational level is amazing. The core systems in place here, which were developed for the single player, are just so thorough and engaging on a fundamental level. And those core systems can still be fun in an online setting despite the rampant greed running around behind the curtains. So, there was a new update with promises of more content to come, including story content if this trailer is to be believed, but I wasn't able to find any of that. I don't think it's in the game just yet. I noticed some clothing items with the coming soon label on them, so content really is just a promise at this point. It reminds me all too much of Metal Gear Online 3 and the disaster of the content in that game. The game is still in beta, technically, but it's more than appropriate to criticize it for being so devoid of compelling content because they're charging money for this shit. These microtransactions are insidious as fuck. But I'll get to that later. If you're looking for PvP, you've got it. I think there's a satisfying enough gameplay loop to be found in each of the gameplay modes, including the race missions, but not including the Battle Royale, because you know what? Fuck Battle Royale. It sucks, fundamentally, unless it's Apex.
Prepare for battle.
But you know, even if it is Apex, Battle Royale as a core concept still sucks balls. It's mostly popular because of the innate human desire to be number one and to get frustrated when you die after making apparent progress at a given thing. Progress in a Battle Royale case being just running around an empty map forever looking for fucking useless items that you'll never ever get a chance to even put into practice. Then after like 13 minutes of prancing around making this so-called progress, you end up dying in like 2 seconds because of some fucking asshole that you didn't see. But anyway, despite all that, I guess Apex is still fun. It was wrong of me to criticize it before the game came out, but it's mostly just fun when it's being a shooter, not when it's being Battle Royale. So yes, Respawn makes good games. We know that. And is Apex as good as Titanfall 2? Absolutely fucking not, mate. They're really vastly different experiences in an almost incomparable sense when you really take a look at their fundamentals. Oh shit, this is a Red Dead Redemption video, sorry. I just got distracted because this fucker has been pressed up against this wall for like 10 hours at this point. Gun Rush ain't Apex, is what I'm saying. And honestly, seeing this shitty Battle Royale mode in one of my favorite games sort of depresses me.
I can tell from your shooting hand you ain't no operator.
Beast Mode Gamer 69 says. Third party nigger.
This is gameplay in 2019. And he fucking wins too. Granted, it's a team match, but also, this is funny, 0 kills, 1 kill? What? That's a perfect segue into glitches. I only played the game for about an hour and a half with the new update, which, yes, is not a ton of time to really dive deep into its changes, but I have a full-time job and a family to deal with, alright? So lay off. All these glitches were in the game since the last video I did on the game. I cut them out for time's sake and for the sake of consistency. And you can't accuse me of being like too scared to show glitches, because I did show glitches in that video. One of them is that this female hairstyle is bugged. It looks like something's just pulling on it and making it stretch out into these eldritch shapes. This isn't just a preview thing. The hair actually looks this bad, if not worse, in gameplay. This other hairstyle looks fucked up too. It's supposed to be a messy style, but if you look close, you can see the same kind of stretchiness as with the other style. The second glitch here is this level 1 horse bug, where no matter how much time you've spent with your horse, it will occasionally just revert back to level 1. And it's not an interface bug. You literally won't be able to strafe or rear up or brake with your horse until its level reverts back to normal, which usually happens after a mission ends or after you rejoin the server, which is a little bit of a hassle. Speaking of rejoining servers, when you join one, your walking stance will always revert back to normal. I'd assume this was intentional, if not for the fact that the game always has a check mark on the style you had last selected, which shows that the game thinks it's on when it's not. So I got into the habit of looking at this menu the moment I spawn in just to uncheck and then recheck my walking style. Also, maybe not a bug, but I feel like the animals I hunt are despawning really fast. I'll be looking around for them and I won't be able to find a track, even though they only ran away a few minutes before, and this just seems wrong to me. A whole herd of bison was right here a second ago, and no tracks only a minute or two later. After I spent literal hours tracking an Arabian horse in the single player, I definitely think that's a weird online bug. I only tried one stranger mission and it worked fine, so awesome. That's a 100% success rate right there. Keep up the good work, BioWare. Now, microtransaction time, but first the economy. The emotes are hella overpriced for a bunch of goddamn shitty animations. These should be free, first of all. Second, they should be maybe obtained by doing missions rather than by buying them. Third of all, $300 fucking dollars? What? I never understood emotes in games anyway. I wish games would stop including them. At least there's no fucking dabbing and flossing, and there's some level of artistic consistency here, but all that artistic consistency goes out the window when you start charging these absurd prices for dances. There should also be way more of them at this point. Way more clothing, too. I looked through the catalog to see what new clothing there was, and I even went to a clothing store to preview the clothing on your character, and they're dull. I wasn't interested in any of them. They did add more colors, and I mean, you know, you got to cut it some slack. The game is still in beta, but let me just get out my credit card real quick. But now let's talk about the insidious math involved with this goddamn game. You can't buy weapons with gold, which, wait, let me actually check up on that. I swear I didn't realize this before, but now the game is officially pay to win. You can now buy weapons with gold. Oh my fucking god. I honestly don't even... What do I say now? My original point is moot, like completely. I was gonna say how even though the weapons could only be bought with in-game money, they still contributed to an insidious economy by making you waste money on health tonics, hairstyles, clothing, ammunition, and that's an important one because PvP also wastes your free roam ammo. So go on a sick 50 kill streak and pay the price for it later, literally. But then you spend in-game cash to replenish your inventory or upgrade your skills or buy your favorite guns. Suddenly, oops, you're out of money for that jacket you really wanted. But hey, you pay up real-life money and you can get it right away and avoid the grind. Conversely, use gold and you have even more in-game cash to spend on new weapons and ammunition and health tonics. So even originally, it would still pay to win, just less direct about it. But now... They made it so that you can use gold to buy weapons, and you can get a maximum of 3.5 gold per dollar spent. And I don't even know what to say anymore. Fuck this game, man. Oh, shit.
All right, then. Don't try.